Good morning. Hey, how are we? Good morning, good morning. Okay, well today we are going to do some upper body and back work. So you are going to need your resistance bands and weights, of course. And we're going to just work through the upper body, but also the back and stuff as well, okay? So you will get everything done, the whole body will be done, but that's going to be our main priority today. Are we ready to start? Yes? Awesome. Come on then, let's stand up. Come on everyone, stand up. All right, so we'll start by putting our clothes on straight. So standing up nice and tall, let's loosen up because it is the morning. Let's stand up nice and tall. Let's just roll those shoulders gently back. And relax. Now take a deep breath in. You want to take this time now to just feel yourself lengthening, and not just through the arms, but all the way through the spine, from the top, right underneath the head, all the way down to the tailbone, lengthening, growing tall and straight. And last one, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And now we're going to roll down, so just drop the chin to the chest to start with, and then breathe out and roll down. Now we want to keep those arms relaxed here. If you can, try and keep your chin on your chest as well, and then slowly unroll all the way back to the top and lift up. Deep breath out, roll it back down again. So remembering we're working from the center of the body, not through the upper body. So even though you may feel a stretch right now at the bottom, as we come up, I want you to keep that upper body relaxed. And stand nice and tall. Good. Let's take our arms out to the side now. Shoulders are down, and we're going to twist to the right, not going too far. And deep breath out, let's twist around to the left. Get some movement through the spine, around to the right, nice and slowly. And around to the left, take your time. And coming back to the front. And then the arms come down. We're going to do a little side stretch. Just want you to let the arm travel down the leg. Relax the other arm as well. Use the tummy muscles to lift you up and then down the other side. So shoulders relaxed. Good, and coming back up. Good, let's take those arms out to the side now and circle the wrists forward. Get some movement through those wrists. Oh, I feel like I need to sneeze. And change direction. Make sure you're not locking up those elbows. Have a little bend in them. Good, let's circle the arms forward. Keep it small. Move from the shoulders. And then take it backwards, opening the chest, but just gently. Good. Now that's long arms there, okay? I'm not locking up the elbows at all. It's just long. Squeeze in behind you and long arms. And squeeze in behind you and long arms. And again. And two more, squeeze between the shoulder blades there. Last one. Good, let's take those arms all the way up above the head now. Shoulders relax down. Okay, lifting the shoulders to the ears now and relax them back down. And up and down. Make sure you can feel the shoulders moving. You can see that the arms stay long the whole time. Don't let those arms get heavy and drop down lower. And once more. And take it down. Good, and bring the arms forward. So the shoulders should still be down, arms out in front of you. Let's roll the shoulders forward. I want you to reach nice and long, trying to stretch that upper back, and then take the shoulders back and down. And again, roll it forward and roll it back. I'm just going to show you side on that you can see that my arms aren't changing length. I'm working from the shoulders the whole time. Hand forward. And back. We're going to do that once more, coming forward. And take it back, and don't forget down. All right, arms out to the side and lower them. Let's get those legs moving a little bit as well. Rise up and just tap one heel and then the other. Now remember, you don't want to sink into the hips here, so keep pulling up. Try to work right through the feet if you can. Good, let's rise up on both feet now and lower down. 1, up, 2, up, 3, 4, last 1 and 5. Good, give your legs a little shake. Let's grab our elastic now. Holding it about shoulder distance apart, remembering that if you need to, you take your hands out wider along the elastic. We don't want to stretch the elastic until I say stretch it. All right, arms up, shoulders down. Just take the shoulders back, open the chest up and release. And again, shoulders back and release. And again, shoulders back and release. 2 more and back. And last one, take it back. Good, let's go over to the side. Keep those arms lifted, so don't let them drop. And over to the other side. Let's go over to the side again, first side. And again, up and over. Good. And back to the center. And shoulders down. Now gently pulling out. 1 and 2 and 3. You need to be in control here. 4, 1 more, and 5. Come over to the side and hold, and a little pull. 1. You can see I'm moving from my shoulder as well, not the elbow. So I'm going to keep that arm the same length the whole time. Good. Now we don't want to hurt the top shoulder, so just be aware of how much pull you need to put in it. It's just enough to feel the tension, and then you stop, okay? Don't keep going any further than that. And last one. And back up and out, both arms now. So it's the same movement as this. It's what we just did. 3, I look crooked, 4, and 5. And bring the arms down. Good, all right, let's pull back at those legs, moving again. 1, and pulling back, and 2. Remember, the more you pull back, the more tension you put in that elastic, the harder you're going to work. But if you start to feel it in your neck, then you need to release it just a little. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and stand tall. Good. Give your arms a little shake. Okay, we're going to make it a little bit small, so I'm just going to move, where's a white wall? Move my hands in closer together, so that now if I take my elbows and bring them in by my waistline, my hands are directly in front of me, and there is, the elastic's not tight, okay, it's just a little bit of tension in it, all right? And from here, keeping the elbows in position, we just gently pull out and then release. So we're not moving the elbows at all. You should be able to feel your waistline the whole time on your elbows, or your elbows on your waistline, whichever way. Let's do 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take it down. Good work. All right, we're going to bring this elastic around behind us now, and I want you to bring it up around the rib cage. It should be underneath your arms so you can see where it is on me, okay? Not over the arms. Then I'm just going to make it a little bit shorter. So basically all I'm doing is just grabbing just a little bit down, okay? Just a little bit of elastic. Because when I stretch my arms forward, out in front of the shoulders, I want to feel some tension. So if you can't feel any tension, make it shorter. If it's too tight, make it longer. Elbows lifted, arms out to the side. Chest is open the whole time, so I don't know if you can see that, but we are lifted like so, and we are not going to roll, okay? You can see it when I do the difference. We're going to push the arms forward, and they are directly in front of the shoulders, not in here, okay? That's your chest, shoulders, and back, and we go 1, elbows lifted, and 2, and 3, and 4, Try not to lock up the arms at that extension, okay? Keep the elbows slightly bent always. 3, 2, 1, and take it down. Good. So whether we're using elastic or weights, we don't ever want to completely lock up that elbow. When we completely lock up that elbow, it's going to be too much pressure on the elbow when you go to do something that is strength. So especially when we're using weights or bands, there's a lot of weight in that, and that means it's going to put pressure into the elbow. So give your arms a good shake, because we are going to grab our weights now. So in saying that, while you grab your weights, I'll keep talking. Next, not this Sunday, but the following, so the 28th of March, I'm doing another checkup class. It is going to be weights and resistance bands. So especially if you have shoulder or back issues, it's going to be a really good one for you. Come along, it's an hour worth of explanation and exercises, making sure that you are doing those movements correctly. So when I say let's do bicep curls, small bend, bicep curls are like this, elbows gently at your side the whole time. Now some people don't realize that they are still doing it incorrectly and lifting those elbows, and it doesn't matter how many times I say don't lift your elbows. You can try one and you can feel a difference, okay? The other thing is flicking of the wrists at the top there. A lot of people don't realize they're doing that, and I think perhaps if we had heavier weights, they might. It's also going to be a good chance for you to make sure you are using the right size weights. When should you feel it? Where should you feel it? All of those sorts of things we're going to discuss. But as well as that, we're going to discuss real life movements too. Let's come back up. Let's bend the knees now and hinge forward slightly. So we're leaning forward. We do that every day when we go to pick something up. Lifting, follow me. Elbows pulling in and controlled movement. So making sure that we are lifting properly is another thing that I'm going to discuss at that workshop. Checkup class. As I'm not seeing you guys, it is harder for me obviously to know if you're doing it correctly. So that is our chance for you to come along. It's outside, so it is COVID safe. There's social distancing and all the rest of it. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more, and come on up. All right, let's add our squats into it now. Take the feet out, get those legs moving, coming down. Even this is a bicep curl, okay? Palms turned in. We're just activating a little bit differently through the forearms, the lower arm area, okay? So we want to make sure we're doing this correctly as well. You don't want to put pressure into those shoulders, and that's why I say if it's shoulders or backs is a great reason to come along to make sure your health of your shoulders and backs. You want to get the benefit from the exercise, not make things worse. Let's hold the next one. 5 little pulses and stand up nice and tall. Good. Let's take the feet out wider now. Turn them out slightly. Make sure you do go wide, because when we come down, we don't want those knees traveling over the toes, like past the toes. So if your feet are too close, you can see the difference. The knees have now gone past the toe line. More pressure in the knees that way. If I'm here, my knees are now over the foot. Okay, that's what we want. Bring the hands in, elbows out. Strong upper body, and coming down we push those arms up. Make sure you're breathing out there. 5 more. Last one. Hold, arms out, shoulders are down, little pulses. Good, and come back up. Elbows in, arms down. Good, bring it in, give those legs a little shake. Okay, we're gonna do a split squat, right foot forward, left foot back. Okay, nice big step. Back heel should be off the floor. Then I bend both my knees and the weight is down in the center, not here. Okay, I want you to bring it down through the center. If it hurts the knees, then I want you to come up a little higher. Back is upright, we're coming down for 5. And then we're gonna hold. We're gonna take those elbows back, tuck the chin, and we're gonna lengthen the arms. This is another one of those exercises that I see done incorrectly. Do not move the shoulders, only work from the elbows so that you really do work that tricep. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms down and release back if you can. It is a little harder that way. Big step again, tuck the bum under. Back is upright, we're down for 5. And we hold, elbows back, chin tucked, and extend. 2, 3, complete control here. We don't want to be just swinging those arms around. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms down and release. Good, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna use our weights again down on the floor, so just pop them at the end of your mat. Bend your knees to put them down. Give your arms a really good shake. Now, before we move on, I'm going to get you to find a wall space or a door frame. Tailors, hopefully you've got enough room over there. For the 3 of you, you might have to take it in turns. So I'm going to use this wall space here. If you don't have a wall space where you are, then just go and find the closest door frame that you can, and your hands can come out nice and wide on a door frame. Especially if you've got any shoulder issues, that's the best way to do these anyway. So I'm going to start standing away from that space that I'm using, about a foot from that space, the wall or the door frame. Then I'm going to take my hands in front of the chest, take them out a little wider than the shoulders. Make sure your shoulders are down and your chest is open. We're going to step away from the wall up onto the toes. Now if you have a look, your elbows should still be bent at this point, just a little bit straighter than before. All right. I don't want your arms any straighter than this when you do them, okay? Because I don't want you pulling through the upper body, okay? I want you to just focus through the core and posture. So we slowly come in towards the wall and we slowly push out without straightening those arms. Means the hands stay flat on the wall the whole time. Deep breath out in one direction, breathing in the other. If you can feel this in your lower back, I want you to make your movement smaller, so don't go all the way in. If you can feel it through your elbows or your shoulders, if it's hurting, if it's painful to the shoulders because you have already something going on with the shoulders, then I want you again to make it smaller, perhaps even step in a little closer. What we can feel working is the upper body getting stronger. Those muscles are working, okay? It's not bad pain, it's just a gentle tightening as those muscles work. That's through the arms and shoulders as well as the upper back. All right, let's finish that one. Come down onto your feet and give those hands a shake. Now, if you're using a door frame, you're going to have both hands on the same place of the door frame, so the same side of the door frame. If you are using the wall, hands directly in front of your chest. So there should be about a hand distance gap if you're using the wall. That means the hands are sitting directly in front of the front of your shoulders. Let's step away from the wall again. Make sure the tailbone is tucked under, belly button back. We're not pushing those hips towards the wall as we do that. I'm going to pull those elbows down towards the floor and slowly come in and push away. Again, those elbows do not completely straighten. We do want them pulling towards the floor so that we can feel the back of the arms working now. If you find yourself getting tight in the upper body, the neck area, the upper back, then make your movement a little smaller. Perhaps you need to step in a little closer to the wall. It is a harder one. We don't want those shoulders to lift. Deep breath out in one direction, in the other. Take your time. And we'll do a couple more. And last one. Good. And release. Give those arms a really good shake. Come on back to your spot. Stand up nice and tall. Arms are relaxed down by your side. Let's drop the chin to the chest. Breathe out and roll it down. Take a breath in at the bottom and breathe out, roll back up again. And stand tall. Good, okay. To the end of your mat now, we're gonna go into a plank. Now we're not gonna hold a plank for a long time because you've just done a lot of upper body, but we do still wanna make sure that upper body is strong. So roll it down. And working well, we don't want it to have switched off just yet. Let's walk out. If you need to come down onto your knees, then do so. If you need to come down onto your elbows, then do so. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. So just like when we did our push-ups, we don't want to feel any pressure through the lower back there. We do want to be strong. So as we go along, you're going to feel those tummy muscles really starting to work. So keep drawing that belly button back. Keep breathing deeply. Chest is open. So that's 30 seconds. If you can hold it for another 30, then go for it, and that'll be the limit today. Keep that tailbone tucked under. There should be no pressure in the lower back at all. Upper body is feeling it. It should be. You've just done a load of upper body stuff and now you're doing more. But you can feel the tummy working as well. And if you can't feel the tummy working as well, just check your connection there. Make sure that butt is not too high. You have 5 seconds left. Okay, let's stretch it back into child's pose. Nice long arms now. I want you to really stretch those arms out so you can feel it stretch through the shoulders. And then come on down onto your tummy. Hands underneath the forehead. So tuck your chin to your chest. Let the legs relax, let the chest sink towards the floor. Then take a deep breath in through the nose. When you breathe out, I want you to lift the upper body. Breathe in, we're going to lower it back down. Deep breath out, lift the upper body. Breathe in and lower down. Now if it's hurting the neck and shoulders, I want you to leave your arms on the floor. Lift that upper body without the arms. And for those that want to make it more challenging, when you come up, your arms go out, in, and then you lower down. Make sure you choose the right option for you. If it's going to hurt the neck or the shoulders to do the arm movements, then don't do it. We'll work our way up to it. As we get stronger, slowly, things will start to improve and get easier. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Good, just let that upper body sink towards the floor again. Keep your forehead on your hands, belly button back, deep breath out, and we're going to stretch the legs. Breathe in and lower. Deep breath out and stretch the legs, and breathe in and lower. So if it hurts the back at all with this one, you can do 1 leg at a time. Deep breath out. Make sure you're stretching those legs. For those that want something more challenging, add your swimmer kick into it and then lower down. Swimmer kick. Whichever way you're doing it, you need to make sure those legs are nice and long. We don't want to rock from side to side no matter which way. Okay, so we need to be stable and anchored into the floor through the hips. And 1 more. If you're doing 1 leg at a time, make sure you're even though. Slip the elbows underneath the shoulders. Look at the wall in front of you. Stretch. Make sure those shoulders are down here, not down here. You need to lift. Good, slip the hands back behind the shoulders now. Push yourself up, stretch back into child's pose, and then we're going to grab those weights again. And we're going to come onto all fours. So you don't have to hold both the weights like I am. You can have just one in your hand, in which case, right hand. Okay, but we want to have the hands, the wrists underneath the shoulders. So make sure they're not in too close. And then we want to make sure the knees are underneath those hip bones. We're squared up here, so not in too close, okay? Make sure you feel square. Again, this is one of those things that I can't really judge unless I can see you. So you can use another person in the room, or perhaps you can grab a reflection, whether it's a mirror or a window or TV or something, to see your reflection working. All right, let's take that right elbow up and take it down, up, down. Don't twist the body, keep those shoulders facing the floor the whole time. And now we're going to change arms and pull back, shoulders back. The weight is still centered. You're not transferring backwards either. Keep that weight right in the center there so you can feel the upper body working. Let's do that again. First arm, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Changing arms, and 5 and 4 and 3, 2, last one, 1. Good. Pop the weights to the side, come down onto your hands. Opposite arm and leg slide along the floor, and then we lift, and then we lower and slide it back in. Change sides, slide it out, and lift, and down, and slide it back in, and change out, and lift, and down, and in, and again take it out, lift, down. Deep breath out and extend. Breathe in and come back. Deep breath out and extend. And breathe in, coming back. You can feel that upper body working. The chest is open, the shoulders are back. Make sure you're breathing deeply. If the leg lifts too high, you are going to topple forward, so you need to move slowly and be in control. I'm going to do one more on each side now. Deep breath out and extend. Breathe in and lower, and breathe out and extend, and breathe in and come back. Now you can sit back and give those wrists a shake, and just gently roll the shoulders, just gently, because we want to loosen them up. Shake it out. Good. Okay, let's come on down and roll onto our side. I do want you to have one of your weights nearby. We're going to come onto our elbow like so. I've got both knees bent here. I'm going to bring my knees forward slightly, okay? Number one thing to really remember, you can see right now I'm sitting down in this shoulder. Let's lift that rib cage up, try and straighten out the spine. Lifting up, and then to help support it, I'm going to bring that elbow in so that it's underneath my shoulder. Now the next thing I need to think about is drawing the shoulders back. Okay, so even if you can feel those shoulder blades drawing towards each other, that gets the chest open. Next thing you're going to think about is, where are your hips? Okay, so when you moved your shoulders, did your hip sink back here? Hip needs to be right up on top of the other. Okay. From here, I'm going to get you to reach this arm up towards the ceiling. That's going to help you lift that rib cage. Keep your feet together and open into a clam. 1, 2, don't sink into your shoulder. 3, shoulders are back. Hip is stacked. 4, keep it small. 5, let's do 5 more. So we don't want those hips sinking backwards. You'll start to feel it in your lower back. Make it smaller if that's the case. Good, let's come down. All right, I want you to try and keep this positioning here and just grab that weight. Nice long arm. Now you can see my elbow is bent. When I open, I haven't changed the length of my arm at all, okay? So what I don't want you doing is this, okay? We're not making a door, all right? We're trying to be wide. It's more almost like a ballerina position. If you do need to bring it closer because of your shoulder, that's fine, but then it's like this, okay? Let's go, just doing 5. 1 and 2, shoulders back, belly button back. 2 more, and 5. Good, and pop the weight down. We're going to change over to the other side just to get off that shoulder now. Even ourselves up. It's coming back down on the other side. So bend the knees, bring the knees forward slightly. Start by lifting the rib cage, because we need to have that in position before we can get the rest in position. Elbow underneath the shoulder. You can pop that hand flat on the floor. Shoulders back, belly button back, and make sure that that hip is sitting on top. Then we did our clam for 10, 9, 8. You might find it feels a bit smaller than when we're lying flat on the floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab that weight, shoulders back, open up. And 2, keep the belly button drawing back as well. You are using the tummy muscles too. And we do 1 more. 5. Good. Pop the weight down and I'll get you to sit up. And pop your feet at the end of your mat. Actually, we don't need to change cameras, do we? All right, let's grab those weights again. Make sure they're both at the same end of the mat. Sit up nice and tall. If you need a little bit of extra support for your back or your hips, you tuck a cushion under your bum. Make sure you're sitting towards the front of it so that you're leaning forward slightly. Take the arms out. Breath in. Breathe out, chin to the chest, and roll yourself down over your legs. Now I want you to reach those arms out, try and get them past your feet if you can, so you're stretching through the upper back. The shoulders are rolling forward here. Belly button draws back towards the spine. And we roll back up and sit up tall. So when you're sitting up in this position, you are using your lower back muscles. They're not huge muscles down there, okay? They start off quite small. Grab your weights. So you need to keep that in mind, and that's why they get tired quickly. And because of that, we need to make sure it is really important we use our tummy muscles too. So belly button back, pelvic tilt and lift, pelvic tilt and lift. So it's not the back working by itself, the tummy is working with it. 2 more. And last one. And if you need to shake out those legs, pop your hands just behind you to support your back and loosen up right from the hips. Give it all a shake. Okay, we're gonna sit back up again. We're gonna bring the arms in. We're gonna bring the elbows out. We're gonna push up to the ceiling 3 times. We're going to bring the arms in. We're going to roll down, bringing the hands closer to the legs as we roll. Then take those elbows out to the side when you get to the floor. You're going to push up to the ceiling 3 times. And then we're going to roll up, and if you need to, you can use your legs. You can reach towards your legs with your arms to make it a little easier, okay? Pushing up for 1 and 2, we're sitting nice and tall here. The belly button is already drawing back. As we roll, we arch the back and we scoop that belly button towards the spine. Elbows come out. We want that back sort of sinking towards the floor the whole time. And then we roll up, arching and breathing as we go. Let's do that again, pushing up for 3 and 2. And 1. Now we're moving slowly when we use the weights so that they work harder for us. That means we don't have to use 20 kilo weights because we're just using those arm muscles, not all of our back. And lifting for 3 and 2 and 1. And we're rolling down again. Feel the tummy muscles working as you do that, pushing up. And 2, 1 more, 3, and we roll up. And we sit up nice and tall. Let's do 1 more of those. 1 and 2 and 3, and we roll down. Elbows out, and we push up. Keep the shoulders on the floor, and we roll up. And we sit up nice and tall. Pop your weights down, arms out in front of you, and roll all the way back down to the floor now. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor, arms down by your side. Good, deep breath out and let the belly button sink towards the floor. Take another breath in And breathe out, this time pelvic tilt. Lift the hips towards the ceiling. Breathe in at the top. And breathe out, roll it back down. Now, even with this one, we are using the lower back muscles. Now we're going to use the butt to help support the back. Okay, so you need to make sure that you do have a gentle squeeze in the butt. You don't have to over squeeze, okay? You don't have to lock it up rock hard, but we do want to feel like it's tightening a little as we lift. Let's do one more. Deep breath out, roll it up. Breathe in and hold. And breathe out, roll it back down to the floor. Good, take your right leg up to tabletop. You can make this more challenging by having both legs in tabletop, completely up to you. You're gonna breathe out and lengthen the legs and curl up and come back to tabletop, head back. If you need to support your neck for the curl, then do so, but keep those elbows out to the side. Deep breath out and in. And deep breath out. Try not to let the knee come back too close. It needs to sit above the hip. Let's do 5 more on this leg. And 1, and back, and 2, and back, and 3, and back. 2 more, and 4, and back. Last one, 5, and back. Take that leg down and change legs. Off we go again. 1, deep breath out as you come up. We got 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and feet down. Good, okay, can you reach your weights? Mine are just out of reach. Just grab your weights. Knees bent, feet are on the floor. Bring the weights in front of your chest, not on your chest, okay, and not above your face. All right, belly button sinking down. I want you to keep your shoulders back, so just feel them sink towards the floor. Then we're gonna push the arms up. Now, if I go too straight with the arms, my shoulders are gonna lift away from the floor. So I just want you to keep your shoulders back right now, okay, and just push up sort of halfway and down. Up, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and hold. Take your right foot to the ceiling and then your left. If you need support for your back, you roll up your mat and tuck it under your bum. Turn the feet out. Now the arms go out with the legs. We tap those elbows to the floor. So you can see my arms are bent. Don't have your hands down close to the floor as well, okay? Because I want you to keep those wrists strong. And bring it in. 1, out, 2, out, 3, belly button sinking, and 4, last 1, and 5, knees back to the chest, 1 foot at a time down to the floor, or hold tabletop if you like, and pushing up. 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, oops, hold the arms up in the air, 1 leg at a time, up to the ceiling, turn the feet out, and we move arms and legs together. 1, and 2, belly button sinking, and 3, and 4, last 1, and 5. Let's stop in tabletop this time. Bring the arms down and push up. 1, and 2, 3, 4, and hold. Feet to the ceiling, turn them out, and we open. 1, and 2, belly button sinks to the floor. 4, and 5, Arms down, legs to tabletop, and we do that once more. Pushing up, 1 and 2, 3, 4, last one. Those weights should be getting heavy now. Feet to the ceiling and turn it out, open, 1 and 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5. Good, and bring it in. Okay, elbows come down to the floor and then very slowly take the weights down until they hit the floor and carefully place them down. All right, pull those knees right into your chest. Pop your hands behind your knees. We're going to roll up now. Balance at the top if you can, shoulders down. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. If this is going to hurt your back, feet to the floor, otherwise, arms out. Shoulders down. Keep breathing. And lower. Good work. All right. Stretch out those legs. Let's have a stretch. Push the chest forward. Drop the head and make sure you can feel a stretch in the back of the legs there. Do want to have that stretch in the back of the legs. And by dropping the chin down to the chest, we can stretch gently through the spine as well, or down the back. And belly button back and sitting up nice and tall. Good, soles of the feet together now. Let's gently push those knees towards the floor. And release. Shake it out now really well. Good. Okay, let's take that right leg across the body. Pull it back as far as you can. Sit up tall, hug it, and turn to the right. Now, if you're turning the right way, you should feel a stretch from the lower back through the hips and the butt and down the leg. The tighter areas will feel it more. If you're not feeling that, just make sure that foot is as close to your bum as you can get it. So pull it back as far as you can. Hug the knee in as close as you can. And then just make sure you're turning in the right direction. Slowly unravel. Let's change legs. Take it across the body, sit up tall and turn. Sometimes it's just a case of just pulling that knee towards you a little bit more. We might release that a little as we turn. So just make sure you've got a good grip on that leg to get that stretch through the hip. And slowly coming back around again. Shake those legs out really well. We're going to come up onto our knees. And you're going to take the right foot forward. Now I want you to square up. If your foot's back here, I want you to walk it forward till you can see that your ankle is underneath your knee. Then all you're going to do is tuck your bum under, no leaning, okay? So we're not pushing the hips forward and leaning back. We're just pulling up and tuck, hold it. That stretch should be there. Ready for the day now? Let's change legs. Square up and tuck and hold. And release. Okay, we're going to come into our crouch position. So remember, you're down as low as you can go. You might not be able to get down here. You may have to be up here already, but that's fine because we're all going to drop our chin to the chest and push that bum up to the ceiling. So we are now hanging upside down. Slowly unroll until you're standing up nice and tall. And lift up. Good. Lift the shoulders to the ears and take them down. Lift the shoulders to the ears and take them down. Stretch down the side of the body and pull up. Keep the belly button gently drawing back the whole time. And pull up. Take your right arm out to the side, up above your head, and drop the hand behind you. Now that might be your limit, that's okay. If you can try and walk your hand down your spine to try and make it your elbow coming closer, or you can use your hand to pull it towards your head. You want to feel a stretch down here through the arm. And when we release, we take both arms out to the side like so, and we bring the other one up now. Up above your head, drop the hand down behind you. Whichever way you need to do it, we're going to feel that stretch. Good, and the arms come out to the side to release. Drop the chin to the chest. Chin to the ceiling and forward. Drop, turn to the right, don't skip steps, no. Around to the left and forward. Drop the ear down and over and up, and deep breath in now and out. Breathe in, lift your shoulders. And breathe out. And breathe in, gently take the elbows back. And breathing out. And once more, breathe it in. And out. And breathing in. And out. And breathing in, open. And deep breath out. Good work. All right, well done everyone. Okay, so how are you feeling? Hopefully your upper body is feeling nice and straight and strong, posture. All right, well I'm going to sign off. Let me know how you get on when you finish your link. And have a great week everyone. I will speak to you all very soon. See you later.